Hey guys, welcome back to the Design the Life You Love podcast with Lynz. I'm so happy you're here. This is the podcast where we talk about intentionally living your life, following your intuition, your whisper, your guidance, and living a life that truly lights you up. I'm so happy you're here. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you find this podcast or any of my other episodes helpful in any way. That will help me grow. Thank you for being here. I love you. Good morning, my loves. I'm recording this on Monday, February 16th, and tomorrow is February 17th, 2026. What's the big deal? Well, tomorrow is the real new year. Tomorrow is the first day of the year of the horse, fire horse energy. We are in the last day of the year of the snake, and I don't know about you, but if you have been feeling, I have been feeling a massive amount of shedding, a massive amount of releasing, a massive amount of awarenesses that keep coming in, blasting me in the face, showing me the ways in which I am letting the subconscious rule the show. The subconscious mind that we're not often aware of, the beliefs that are hidden, that are formed early in our life and childhood, that were designed to keep us safe. There is some payback, or there was some payback for holding that belief, holding that pattern at some point in our life. And we get to be this age. I'm 40 years old at the time of this recording. We get to be this age and we realize, hey, that's probably not helping. It's probably not helping my business to create chaos. It's probably not helping my relationship to create chaos. That's one of my hidden beliefs. Is my nervous system set point for most of my life was calm is scary and unsafe, so let's create some chaos. Let's stir the pot. Things can't be this good. When's the other shoe gonna drop? That kind of stuff. And I was reminded of a hidden belief yesterday, actually. I had a sound bath here at the house out on the riverbank, and I was telling my beautiful friend that I was thinking about making all of the food for our wedding. Laughable, right? She laughs and she's like, oh my God, you really are a glutton for punishment. Yeah, the fuck was I thinking? Talk about a great way to ruin a day that's meant to be a celebration of you by taking on like the most, not only am I having this wedding at our house, but let's take on the food. Why would I want to do that? And when she said it, it kind of threw me back like, oh fuck, there I am doing it again. There's that pattern. As much healing and as much awareness as we have, these things are going to come back. Like if you think about it, 40 years of that program running in the background, it's not going to go down easy. It's a thick ass layer of the onion. And there might be another layer of it, or maybe it's its own onion. I don't know. But I really can't wait till that fucker's gone. And I really can't wait till this year of the snake shedding is over. It's never truly over. But if we can, let's move on a little bit, right? Let's evolve. That's my word of the year, is evolve. I shouldn't say that. I have multiple words of the year. Evolve, simplify, and even, that's kind of funny, right? Because my word of the year has been simplify, but yet my nervous system set point is chaos. Things can't be this good. Let's create some chaos. So how do we uncover these hidden beliefs? And why is it important? It's important because those hidden beliefs, they're hidden, right? So we're not aware that they are impacting so much of our life, so much of the way in which we make decisions, so much of in the way we show up in business, in relationships, in our financial world, in our parenting, everything. So how do we uncover them? How do we become aware of them? Well, pay attention to the things that your friends say to you, just like yesterday with me. Pay attention to the things that you think when you're pissed, when you're activated. For example, a common one for me is I have to do everything myself. So when something doesn't work out or I have to do things myself, my first thought is, oh, I have to do everything myself, or I'll just do it myself. It'll be faster if I just do it myself. Like that's a problem. Not allowing support, not allowing someone else to help us out, pushing that support away is blocking your flow of abundance, is kinking the hose. I love the hose analogy because if you think of a garden hose, if you have a kink in it, nothing's coming in, nothing's going out. Think of your abundance in that sense. No money's coming in. No money's going to go out. You're not going to be able to spend money. You're not going to be able to donate. You're not going to be able to support. Same with love. No love coming in. You can't give love as easily. So stop blocking your flow. Stop kinking the hose. My friend Jen Liss posted this on her Facebook story the other day as beautiful analogy or metaphor, whatever you want to call it. She talked about when someone offers you a glass of water and maybe you don't want it, but your refusal of it is a way of blocking your abundance, is a way of kinking the hose. Or like women especially, we are really good at this. When someone gives you a compliment, oh, I like your shirt. And instead of saying thank you, which would be the appropriate and correct, abundant way to respond to something like that, to a compliment, we say, oh, thanks, it was only $12 at TJ Maxx. Or this old thing, oh yeah, I don't know, it doesn't fit right, or whatever bullshit we spew. That's a way of deflecting abundance. That's a way of deflecting and kinking the hose. Simple stuff like this adds up, and it's the simple stuff that we do constantly throughout our day that's sending signals out to the universe that I want more of this. So when we are deflecting a compliment or kinking the hose, we are signaling that we want more kinks in the hose, right? So basically, we're in our own way. So I mentioned when you're activated, when you're pissed off, what are those first thoughts? Things don't go the way you planned or the way you thought, the way you'd hoped. What are they? Notice them and witness them. Where did they come up? Where are they rooted? It's probably childhood. Was it a way that your teacher shut you down, or a parent, or did it keep you safe in some form or fashion? There is a benefit there. Each belief has its own benefit, a payoff. Somehow it kept you safe. It brought love to you or attention to you. Here's a good example. I'm an overdoer. I overdo and overcomplicate things, just like the glutton for punishment, right? I don't know if that's from being the oldest child and parenting my parents, or taking care of everything because I could. That got me attention. That got me love. There's that hidden payoff. But you can see how that would be a problem as you get older. I'm going to overfunction. What does that lead to? Fucking burnout. Resentment. overfunction. I'm going to say yes, but I mean no. I don't really want to make a cake for blah, 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 or I don't really want to make all the food for my wedding. If I would do that, I would be resentful, I'd be stressed out, I'd be overwhelmed. But there's probably a subconscious little reward in there for being the victim, the one who's suffering, the martyr, the one who's doing it all. Look at her, she can do it all. Oh, wow. It's gross, right? That's the shit that I'm talking about. And that's the shit that we can do all the healing in the world. We can go to therapy. We can read all the books. We can do all the courses. We can do all the work. But if you're not addressing those hidden beliefs, that old software that's running the show, it doesn't fucking matter. How annoying, right? So, next time you're pissed, next time somebody irks you, things don't go your way, what thought pops in your head? I'll just do it myself. I have to do everything. Nobody supports me. Pay attention to that. Write it down. Keep a little belief log. I do that in the back of my journal. And then I try to find ways in which that program is, or that belief is showing up in my life, so that I can stop doing it. Awareness is the biggest key, the biggest unlock. Once you become aware of it, then you can stop yourself. Then you can say, nope, 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 stop, and choose a different thought. Instead of, I have to do everything myself, you can say, you can take a breath first. And that'll probably be enough time, enough of a reset for you to prove yourself wrong. Prove that stupid little ego wrong. I shouldn't say stupid little ego. It has a purpose. It needs love too. It's here to keep us safe. It's just that its version of safety is not quite accurate. The ego's version of safety is everything that is unfamiliar is unsafe. Well, if that's the case, the new experience that you want, your fucking ego thinks it's not safe, so it's not going to let it happen. Your body's literally going to reject it. That nervous system set point really needs to be rewired, reprogrammed, and taught safety from a different lens. What else? Okay, so tomorrow, like I said, is February 17th, the year of the fire horse and the end of the year of the snake. And it's also a new moon, solar eclipse. It's a really big day in astrology. So take some time and look into that. There's so much out there. I'm not an astrologist, so I'm not going to really elaborate. People to follow are, oh Lord, no, I can't think of her name. Jen Raciopi. And her last name is Racioppi. Jennifer Raciopi. I think I pronounced it correctly. She is one of my favorite people to follow. Get on her email list so that you can get a update from her. She goes really deep into the astrology. Get on my email list so that I can give you an update each week. That's something I'm going to start doing. Because in the Blueprint Planner, I'm not going to call it Blueprint Planner anymore because it's not a fucking planner. In my Design the Life You Love Blueprint, each week we have our Live and Flow portion of the planner right here. And that's where we keep track of the menstrual and moon phase that we're in. Why? Because it's the best productivity hack that I've ever found. When we work with our body and nature's natural rhythm, our efforts are amplified. We don't have to try so hard. And women especially, we are not programmed to go, go, go all the time. That's conditioning that has taught us to be productive all the time. The Rockefeller bullshit that wanted us to basically be little factory workers. We are not meant to go, go, go all the time, be creative all the time, be productive all the time. So when we work with our menstrual phase and our moon phase, we pay attention to our own energy. Here's the perfect example. When you have your period, do you feel like hosting a party? Do you feel like being on stage and talking? Do you feel like doing anything other than being on the couch and eating cookies and cream ice cream? I sure the fuck don't. I don't even want to leave the house. So that is not when I host parties. That is not when I host podcast interviews. That is not when I'm in front of the camera. I'm not magnetic at that point. That's the time for us to go inward, to reflect what's working, what's not. The next phase will be, and that is similar to new moon and winter. So this week, new moon, it's inward energy. It's reflecting, paying attention to what has been working, what has not been working. Don't overschedule yourself during this time. Make plans to course correct if you need to. And then the next phase, so next week will be first quarter or follicular or spring-like energy. And that's the time to move forward with clarity, to sow the seeds. Think of spring planting. Setting your intentions. How do you want to show up this next season, this next month, this next year? Setting our intentions, making promise to ourselves. And then being in integrity and holding those promises to ourselves and not self-abandoning. That's where Blueprint comes in. It's an alignment tool. It's a way to stop self-abandoning. It's a way to hold yourself accountable. Be in integrity. And then we have ovulation, which is similar to full moon and summer. So think about summer. You're out and about and you're like at parties and you have outward energy. During your ovulation, you are magnetic. That's the time to record content. That's the time to host parties. That's the time to be visible. Ask for a raise. You are more articulate at that time. You are a magnet for everything that you want, everything that you desire, everything that's a match for you. But first, you got to get your energy straight. Get your shit straight. Get your ducks in a row. Get your energy grounded. Otherwise, you're going to attract ungrounded stuff. Okay? And then after that, we've got luteal, last quarter, moon, and fall. So thinking about fall harvest, finishing things up. What do you do in the fall? Put your patio furniture away, rake leaves. Maybe you do a bunch of canning and cleaning up your garden, that kind of stuff. Tying up loose ends. It is a time to make space for what's next. Decluttering. And I like lots of one-on-one time during that time. Best for detail-oriented tasks, focus, declutter, finish things up, revise, and edit. And what's awesome about Blueprint is I give you that little reminder. So each week you've got a little bitty blurb on the energy of the week. And if you're not experiencing a cycle, then you pay attention to the moon. If you are experiencing a cycle, you pay attention to both, because both can affect you. So for example, my period was last week. This week is new moon. So they don't line up perfectly, but I'm going to pay attention to both follicular and menstrual because the Earth's energy is more like menstrual. My body's energy is more like follicular. And some days you're going to feel more pulled to one and one the other. So it's an experiment, but it's also a way to guide you. Work with your energy and let it boost your efforts. And the more you go inward during those inward times, like new moon, menstrual, and luteal, then you will have more energy later for spring planting and summer parties and summer magnetism, right? So those are the things that I am obsessed with. Those are the things that help me schedule myself and plan my tasks and be more productive, be more effective. And I've been doing this for a number of years. I think it's been like 7. And it's fun to see how different my life is, how much more aligned and at ease my schedule and my tasks all feel. Now, not every day is perfect. Sometimes we have to leave the couch when we're menstruating. That's, we are human and it is life. It's not like it's super rigid, but I find it helps so much to live by this guide. All right. What else? I've had a lot of interviews lately. Let me know what you think. Are there certain people that you like to hear from more? I want to just interview a bunch of old people, like 80-year-olds, and be like, hey, I am always checking in with my 80-year-old self to make sure that I'm not wasting opportunities, that I'm not disappointing her in any sort of way. And so I like talking to old folks. I love to hear their perspectives. I love to hear their wisdom. But I do like listening to authors and interviewing authors and other coaches and practitioners. I am curious what you find most fascinating. And also, I'm curious to know if there's any certain topics that you want me to cover on my solo episodes. So let me know. And if you are interested in having your very own blueprint, the next round is starting March 3rd, and you can join anytime from here to now or till then. I will put a link in the show notes so that you can join whenever you're ready. Otherwise, we have Reset. That's my daily dose of wisdom that's delivered right to your phone every morning. And it's just a really good way to reset your energy and not let yesterday's shit energy run on repeat. It's a way to help get you out of your hidden beliefs and old patterns and old programs. So let me know. Okay. Love you. Happy New Year. Hey guys, I just want to say thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all the things wherever you're listening, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening, so that we can get the word out and help more people each and every day. Thank you for being here.